Good morning. Harry's a bit traumatised this morning. He's just had an injection, his booster, his immunisation thing. So he's feeling a little bit down. But he won't stop him trying to climb on my lap. I've got a bit of spiral Langton paper. It's French made. It's not, well, it might be made by artists, I don't know. It's a Dana Rowney block. It's quite expensive. It's £200 weight, which is much heavier, but I'm going to try to show how I used to paint watercolours when I first started many years ago. And I was looking at a book. I was very inspired by an artist called Jabo, probably American Polish artist, and he did some really simple things. And like the other day when I did the trees from my local park, that most people, including me, would normally miss. We missed the simple and look for the ever elusive perfect view, which of course doesn't exist. We have to do a little bit of inventing to make it our ideal. But what it was just a sort of a broken down fence post with some bit of barbed wire, sort of loose, and that's all it was. A bit rough, and that was it really. But the way I used to paint was to just wet bits of the paper, especially the sky, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to use the number 14 sable, but I used to use the squirrel brush, about the size of that. But this is a nylon, so it won't work. And the hairs went like the squirrel mop. But it was good, and I did some quite reasonable watercolours with just this one brush, but I just I used to go straight on with that with a bit of blue, and I just sort of drop it into the wet and let it just bleed into the wet areas. And I would paint in a bit of cloud, just a bit of blue and red. Nothing special, but by keeping it simple, Jabo made a very sort of effective painting. And a bit of sienna, maybe a bit of alizarin. Just warm up the horizon a bit. And you can touch bits of it, but I didn't really do much more than that. And then I would go in with some light greens, and just have fun with it really, and just some Payne's grey, and I can't remember I don't think I used ready mixed greens, ready tubes of greens, but not sort of much, and then I'll go into some real dark greens. And the burnt siennas. Always use burnt sienna. Just put in some shadow. I'll wait till that dries there till I put this post in the grey. Oops. It's really about creating effects and mystery. I'm going to put in some warmer colours. This was going to be a vignette really. I'm not going to paint right to the edges. Right, let's just right. I'll still use this brush. It's a bit large compared to what I used to use. Now a bit of grey, a bit of sienna. And just put in a bit of fence post. And I'll run some darker, shadowy, warm sort of colours. And I'll put the shadow on the left hand side of this. Just a bit of warm. Just drag the darker bits over. Try to give a rounded effect. So try to create a rounded effect. I'll wait for that to dry a little bit, and I don't even think I used a rigger in those days. I just used the one brush. It's just this. I'll continue that on there. But just these little barbs. Right, I'll just put the dark underneath, just a little bit of shadow underneath the wire. Okay. So I want to put some more darks in here now, some darker greens. So burnt sienna, lemon yellow, Payne's grey. Okay, put a bit more texture in. Now this is a sort of a nothing, but I like doing, well, I used to like doing these sort of things, and they seem to frame up okay. So I just want to put in just some broken, sorry Harry, but you can't come on my blooming leg, get up, because you hurt. No, get your claws out. Sorry folks, but Harry's putting himself up my legs, with my jeans. Oh! Ouch. Right, you better have a look at him. Oh, see, we do trim his claws, because he does like climbing up legs. Don't you? He's feeling, I think he's feeling just a little bit delicate. So there you go, go on. Oh, I looked at my knee this morning and there was a little bloody scab. Oh, good old Harry. So it's just, that's all it was really. We can just put a bit of bigger work in, why not? Just. So that'll do. I'm going to put it in a mount. We'll see what it looks like. Let's just take this up there. Put it in a good mount. Well, you can put it in a mount like that, or a bigger one. Let's put it in there. Could have put a bit more in there. So there we are, just a sort of a very mundane view of a nondescript. Oh, I know what I've got to do. Put the wire up there. Put the staple in, and that's all bent there. Right, so I'm going to let that go. I'll sign it. It's just a nothing really, but I used to do a lot of this, and I used to do a lot of doodling of trees. But I haven't done one like this for 30 odd years. But they're good. It's a great paper. This. I couldn't do that on the Fabriano. It would go all blotchy and a little, a puddle. Nasty. That could do with a little bit more in there. So I'll just add to that. So oh crumbs. Oh dear, that went a bit wrong there. So I'm just filling the hole really. Well, that's gone a bit wrong, isn't it? Doesn't matter, it's just a quick demo of something a little bit different, trying to show, don't miss the obvious or the mundane in your endless search for what doesn't probably exist. We have to make art. But without do, I'll put the mount back. And thanks for watching. I'll zoom in so you can just see it's just nothing really. I didn't make a brilliant job of that, but I just wanted to show a clump of grass at the base of this fence post really. So thanks for watching. Have a go at these little things yourself. I should probably paint on the back of this and do some more demo, perhaps do 4 on the back of it as the next demo. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.